where do you store them? What's happening? How big do you live in a compound? Do you have a storage unit?
I should get a storage unit.
No, you shouldn't. That is why don't you light $50 a month on fire?
Is that the first step?
That is the first step to having a storage unit. If you put something in storage, you're not using that item.
Sure.
Please give that to someone who might need or want it.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. And no one in America is following my advice.
No.
I am the biggest bossy magoo when it comes to storage units. I just think it's the biggest waste of money in the world.
All the storage unit facilities that line our highways.
Exactly. I know that it's employing one person per building.
Right.
And we need the jobs.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for the love of God.
We
And
need those
storage
50
wars.
jobs.
Yes, it's 50 jobs. And that's the other problem. Okay, so you have a lot. How many VHSs do you have? I mean,
well, before DVD came out, and then streaming was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I topped out at like 4,000.
okay.
And then I started selling some off, or
And trading up.
donating, trading up
To DVD.
But there are the oldest covers, like the first VHS tapes that were out had really cool styles. And this is where we go really inside baseball.
Let's do it.
Warner Brothers did a thing called a clamshell, which you see the Disney films on VHS are typically clamshells. That's like the sort of larger poofy case.
Oh, right.
But Warner Brothers did it. It was a big black case, and it just, you typically had like a screenshot from the film, and I dug the artwork.
Because there was enough surface space to really put some art on it.
So I have a ton of Warner clamshells. There was also something called Magnetic Video, which those were the first VHS tapes that ever came out. And
Magnetic Video
Corporation.
that was the name of the company.
Yeah. And it was generally, I think it was Fox films that had been produced by Fox.
Okay.
And so they'll, like films like Cleopatra and The Graduate, and
they tried to do the big classics.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Omen was on there.
Okay.
The French Connection. I have, but they also, there's some real obscure stuff that came out on Magnetic Video that was never released anywhere else. There's like a bunch of Jerry Lewis films.
Okay.
Called The Sad Sack, and like Visit to a Small Planet, and Don't Give Up the Ship. Just
I've always thought of him as a sad sack.
So it makes, it makes a certain amount of sense.
That he's got a movie called The Sad Sack.
Isn't that ironic?
Jerry Lewis, because he's the saddest clown in the world, that guy.